All right, so we're gonna talk about this January 6th whole situation. Y'all stay tuned. Watch this right here. I'll be right back.
Newly released, never before seen footage from January 6th appears to give more context to the security breakdown.
We did not have any accountability for what was going on there, and we should have.
The House GOP obtaining the video of former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi speaking with her chief of staff as she evacuated the Capitol that day. Pelosi heard blaming herself for not having the National Guard on hand to stop the mob.
Why weren't the National Guard there to begin with? I take responsibility for not having them just prepare for more.
The video, shot by Pelosi's daughter, Alexandra Pelosi, for an HBO documentary. Pelosi telling MSNBC the video is Republicans' attempt to rewrite history.
The former president and his toadies do not want to face the facts. They're trying to do revisionist history on January 6th.
Republicans arguing this upends Democrats' claims that Donald Trump bears sole responsibility for the time it took to deploy the National Guard. However, the National Guard is under the Army and the Air Force, both of which report directly to the president, not the Speaker of the House. The Speaker does have authority over Capitol Police, though. In an interview with WJLA just days after January 6th, the Capitol Police Chief, who stepped down after Pelosi called for his resignation, stood by his claims that superiors in Congress and the Pentagon rebuffed his requests for National Guard help both before and during the riot.
Quote, I don't like the optics of the National Guard standing in line with the Capitol in the background. I was perplexed. I felt like, am I really hearing what I think I'm hearing?
Meanwhile, Donald Trump is calling for the members of the January 6th Select Committee to be indicted, Trump alleging they deliberately withheld information. So far, though, there's no strong evidence to back up the former president's claims. On Capitol Hill.
Now, y'all just seen Nancy Pelosi say basically that it was their fault. They're not going to say it to the public, but she basically admitted to it, that we should have did something. Then at the end, you see the little reporter say, well, hey, it was Donald Trump's fault. So if the House Speaker admitted that they should have done something, and then at the end, the young lady, which is the reporter, that is basically paid by a specific company that has a specific agenda for a specific message, then at the end of the day, they're going to make it seem like the House had no responsibility with January 6th. But y'all hold on. Don't go nowhere. Stay right there. Watch this.
January 6th I think was the most important part of the history program in both Fort Lauderdale and Orlando. So I asked him, look, you are being accused of instigating the attack on the Capitol by a House committee. You're being accused of doing that. What say you? Roll the tape.
One other thing that nobody knows, I knew how large this was going to be because everyone I knew was saying, oh, we're going to be there on the 6th, we're going to be, no matter where you went. I said, I think this is going to be really big. And I asked the Secretary of Defense, I said, I think you should recommend to Nancy Pelosi and to Congress, because they're the ones that control it, I would like to recommend 10,000 National Guardsmen to go and to police here just in case. I didn't do it as an order, I did it as a suggestion. Because remember, they run the police. Pelosi and Schumer run that whole operation. So a lot of people don't know this, they don't like to report it.
All right, so we immediately checked that out. Did Donald Trump, a day before, on January 5th, tell his Secretary of Defense, Christopher Miller, to request 10,000 guardsmen to protect the Capitol and other government offices? So here's what we found from Miller on sworn testimony. Put it up on the screen. Quote, on the afternoon of January 5th, I received a call from the president in connection with a rally by his supporters that day at Freedom Plaza. The president asked if I was watching the event on television. I replied I'd seen the coverage of the event. He then commented that they were going to need 10,000 troops the following day, unquote. So that call was made, all right, to then Secretary of Defense, Christopher Miller. Now, whether it got to Pelosi and Pelosi turned it down, I can't confirm that. but that's what Donald Trump says happened. But there's no doubt that he did want the Guard in there one day before the attack on the Capitol, and that undercuts the entire premise that Donald Trump instigated the Capitol attacks.
Now we got the receipts. Receipts. See, one thing about public opinion and the agenda is that they're going to push out a specific message, right? If they have an agenda against somebody, then what they're going to do is they're going to push a specific narrative. But then when Bill O'Reilly fact checks Donald Trump said, hey, I told these people to have the National Guard out there. I called the Secretary of Defense and let them know, hey, we need these people here because this event, it was going to be bigger than what I thought. And if you go find the receipts, now I could have put it in this video. Now, if somebody come at me and want to challenge me, I'll do another video. The man literally said that I want y'all to go in peace. There were a lot of people upset about Joe Biden becoming the president. And if you look at your finances, if you look at gas prices, if you look at how much money that America is steady sending to Ukraine, if you look at inflation, if you look at the housing market, if you look at the economy as a whole, it is evident. Look at the interest rates. Y'all, we cannot be this blind, right? We cannot be this blind. And I'm going to do another video that, and you'll understand why I do the other video that I'm going to do. But y'all, we cannot be this blind to see that there's something really going on with this country. Donald Trump did not incite a riot. He did not start January 6th. It is right here. I posted receipts that he contacted the Secretary of Defense, y'all. It is evident. It was noted, documented. The receipts are there. But you know what? We don't do our research. The only thing we do is complain about what's going on. But we don't go to no city council meetings. We don't try to talk to the city manager. Hey, listen, the city has city council meetings where if you have any issues about your city, your district, you can talk to the people that represent your district. You can talk to the people at city council. But how many city council meetings you done been to? Donald Trump ain't did enough for black people. Is he supposed to? Y'all want Donald Trump to do something for black people. You hadn't even done nothing for yourself. Let's talk about your eating habits. How you want Donald Trump to care about you when you don't care about you? Oh, how you gonna talk about Donald Trump not caring about black people and then want to correlate it with me and my eating habits? Are you serious? Your high blood pressure is 9 times out of 10 your fault. If you got type 2 diabetes, that's on you. That ain't on nobody else. Now, type 1, that's a different issue. You eat soul food that's taking your soul, but you want to get mad at Donald Trump for not doing something for you, but you don't even get up and take your butt to the gym. Make it make sense. You don't even love you. Self-esteem starts with self. Loving you starts with loving yourself. Come on now. How you want Donald Trump to do something for you when you won't even get out the bed and walk down the street? I'm just saying. Okay. I'm done with that rant. But at the end of the day, y'all, I put the receipts out there. I gave the proof. It's in the receipts. You seen it. That Donald Trump did not start that. And even when he seen that there was going to be a big crowd, he made the call to say, hey, we need 10,000 troops, 10,000 National Guards, right? But the other lady said that the man started it. Come on, y'all. The receipts is out there. We hear what we want to hear. Y'all have y'all favorite people that, CNN, MSNBC, all these platforms are paid to push a certain specific agenda. That's why I like independent media, because we can do the research ourselves and put the facts out there. Okay. Now, for anybody that's not voting for Donald Trump or that says that Donald Trump incited the riot, y'all send them this video. Like, share, and subscribe. Listen, I'm giving nothing but the truth. Y'all know this is Hard Truth Blue. I give nothing but the facts and the truth. And I know my page ain't blew up and a lot of people, but listen, watch this. This is the facts. This is the truth. And I just gave it to you.